It's Constance from Create the Memories. Bear with me, it's been a while since I've done a video and a little bit rusty here. I'd like to show you my latest journal that I've got. This is a journal that's a lot of lavender, purple colors. It just seemed to be the theme that I wanted to do at the time. It's a fair size. Little lace on the back. This is wallpaper here and coordinating wallpaper on the back and lace on the sides here and here. And there is a charm with some homemade boho beads and a little charm at the top. And if this is not to your liking, it does come off. It's just a clip, so it will come off. The size of the journal is 22 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters by 5.5 centimeters wide, or for Imperial, 8 3/4 inches, 5 3/4 inches, and 2 1/4 inches. There are 5 signatures in the book and a total of 120 assorted coffee dyed pages, both regular pages, book pages, ledger pages, all different types of pages, scrapbook paper, stuff like that. There is a little book plate on the top with a little spot if you want to write your name or journal or secret or whatever you want to put. There's a faux locket on the front. It's enclosed or closed, sorry, with some ribbon here. Just to tie in a bow, pretty simple ribbon. All the pages of the first page of each signature is edged with some lace, so it is fairly feminine or frilly, if that's the style. And I'll just give you a quick flip through on it. Some paper here. I thought this was really pretty. It came from a book, Flowers of Paris, and it has some gorgeous images in it. A little bit of lace on the inside, little pocket with a journaling spot and a journaling tag. Another tuck spot, a little journaling tag. A lot of sewing on this one, just very pale purple sewing here. Coffee dyed paper, ledger paper, a little bit of stamping on the pages, not too much, just a little bit. Some scrapbook paper, some more sewing there. This is from an Edith Holden book. I want to bring in the more purple theme. This is just a little bit of slow stitching here that I did on some cotton fabric. And there's a journal spot here and a journal tag here with music paper there that for your pockets. A little bit of tracing paper here that flips out. Some scrapbook paper. Little pocket with a little tag. This is a watercolor paper, but the back is coffee dyed paper, so you can no problem writing on it. Center of the signature here. I've left these really long. I did not put charms on it. I was going to, and then I didn't know if it was a little over blingy, but if you want to put charms on them, you could. Or if you don't want, tie them in a bow or cut them really short. Either way. Little bit of a snippet, kind of a sewing snippet there in the pocket. A little tag, and a little tag. Music paper, so there's 3 pockets on this one. Now this can go out this way, and now if you don't want the lace shown on that side, you can always tuck it in this way. See, scrapbook paper, the other side of that tracing paper, and coffee dyed paper. Bottom of that Edith Holden page. A little bit of sewing on the edge of there. Some ledger paper that flips out. And so a couple more tags in there. The back is either on the back of all the tags and journaling cards, they're either gessoed or like this one is coffee dyed paper, one of the two, so they can be written on. There's just a little bit of punching on the edge here to give a little bit of decorative on the pocket. The first the first signature. All the signatures are pretty close to the same, just different papers but pretty close to the same. Pocket in the front here, little card. Oh, there we go. And this has got a pocket here, which has got 2 items in it, and a pocket at the back, which has got your little tag in it. This is your Edith Holden, another Edith Holden page. Another journaling card, again with the watercolors on this side. That's your tracing paper. It's your center. Again, here's your strings, so you can do what you like with your strings. Another little slow stitching, snippet collage, a little bit of lace and paper, a little bit of collaging or decoupaging on here with a napkin, and some sewing around the edge. Again, gesso on the back. And same with that one. The top of that Edith Holden page, which obviously looks much better than the bottom of the page. And a little bit of stamping. I've got this stamp, and you probably can't see it very well, but it's really a pretty, kind of a meadowy stamp. They look like Echinacea or Brown-Eyed Susan, something like that. Very pretty stamp. A little bit of slow stitching here on a little collage. Another tag with a couple of little tiny buttons on it, so hopefully they don't get in the way. Another journaling card. This is the next signature. Little pocket. There's another pocket. Little snippet, a little bit of sewing on there, little journaling card, another little tag with a few more buttons and watercolor on there as well, and another little tag. Most of my pockets follow Patricia Vermontes, I believe is her name, and I follow a lot of her stuff, and she does a lot of pockets and stuff that she does from book pages, because you always end up with a lot of book pages when you cut your books. So if you're ever looking for stuff, look her up. I will try and remember to link her in the bottom of the video if I remember. Another one of those Edith Holden pages. Center of this signature. That's the bottom of the Edith Holden page. Lots and lots of writing spots in this journal. I wanted to make sure when I'm making a journal that you really try and get the use out of the journal for writing. So a little journaling card there. This is, this pocket here has 4 spots. So there's one here, one here, one here, and one at the very back. So there's lots of spots to put little memorabilia in or keepsake. Another little pocket there. Holden page. And a little stamping. Center of the signature. Again, lots of strings. Little tuck spot here. This is another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 pockets. See, that's pretty bad, eh? Gotta count them. Another little tag. Little journaling card from these are pages from a flower book, and this, on each page there was a picture of the flower and the little description on the other side. So basically I fold them half and I do a little bit of gessoing on this side, so then this side becomes, because the paper is just a little bit shiny and I don't know how well it would be to write. So now with a little bit of gesso, it's great to write on that side. And this is a big journaling tag, and that's the watercolor. I was experimenting with some watercolors and stamping and gesso and stuff like that. I really like how some of these turned out. And book page on the back. It's the bottom of that Edith Holden page. There's another little pocket. There's 3 of them, spots for, for 2 in this one, and a little bit of embellishing here. A little bit of sewing scrapbook page, a page that I had punched a butterfly out of, and a little gauze that I dyed purple. Another little pocket. And we are on to the last signature here. Another little pocket here. Edith Holden page. Her books are beautiful, or her book is beautiful. I have a few copies of it and starting to really use it more in the journals. And that's another tag, the little gesso on the back. There's another one of those big tags, watercolor again. And that's a book page from the flower book. And a little tag with some decoupage on it. It's a big pocket, a little bit of slow stitching and a little snippet collage. A little journaling card there, and a little tag. Oh, let's take those out. Bottom of the Edith Holden. And another little one with a little bit of buttons on it. Try to keep the buttons really small and flat so that they don't get in the way. And that's the back of the book. This is as well from the Flowers in Paris, or Paris in Bloom book. This was one of the pages. I thought that was beautiful, the doors. And there's a little pocket. I didn't put anything in that pocket. There are lots of strings. I left all the strings. I do kind of like all the strings hanging, but it is up to the user in the end if they want to keep the strings, cut off the strings. It's totally up to them. You know, I've tried to make it so you can personalize it a little bit more in the sense of taking things off or trimming stuff. I figured if I remove stuff, you couldn't add it. So if I left it on there, you can decide if you want to remove it later. I will try and get this up in my Etsy shop, hopefully, if not, by the time this video is up, very shortly. And I do have another journal that I have completed that I still have to videotape and photograph. So that one will be hopefully within the next few days to add up in my shop as well. Thank you for watching, and you have a great day. Bye.